What's up, insiders? We have very polarizing topic today. We're talking and discussing knocking at doors with no soliciting sign. Early on, I'm asking everyone who's watching this video, whether you're homeowner, business owner, sales rep, I want you to vote. I want to know where my audience stand on this issue before I even present to you a few stories today. I'm gonna share with you what people in the industry think about it. I interviewed and asked for statement very influential people like Adam Bensman, Heath Hicks, all of my friends, people who influence salespeople. I asked them what do they think about this. We also have a story in Dallas where a roofer got in big trouble, and we're actually going to read article in a Dallas newspaper about that roofing company. But first, I want you to pause this video, like it, if you are against door knocking doors with no soliciting sign. If you are for it, dislike it. That'll be my vote. I want to start with, I don't hate door knocking in general. You have to do what you have to do. For your business, for your family, it's just one way of generating business. It's a very popular way. I'm good friends with Sam Taggart and quite a few people who are in door knocking space. I'm a little bit different. I'm on the branding side. I always knew how to make my phone ring, so I never had to door knock. But I want to address the issue with door knocking doors where homeowners making it clear that he does not want to be disturbed, he does not want you there. He went extra mile to put a yard sign. I've seen a lot of yard signs asking for roofers specifically not to door knock for any reason. This is what happened to a roofing company in Dallas. We're talking about a company named SWAT Roofing Fort Worth. I actually did research on them. Looks like pretty legit company, 270 Google reviews, 4.9 stars, but they got in this news article and I want to read and react with you to it. This roofing salesman knocked on the wrong door, how one company broke too many rules. So this article starts with how important this topic is, why this is important, because it's hail season in Texas and some neighborhoods are going to be hit hard. Roofers, many from out of town, will swarm like buzzards going up and down your block trying to get business in all of the Gulf Coast state without a roofer's license or even basic certification process. This shows you how they can work to deceive. What did those two salesmen for SWAT Roofing do wrong? It was a sign, no solicitor sign. They ignored the not solicitor sign in front of my door and rang the bell. That alone was enough to get my dogs barking, which awakened my wife Karen from a well-deserved nap. You mess with my wife's nap, dudes, you mess with me. And I agree with it. I have 5 kids. And if my child is sleeping and you wake him up, especially if I put a sign not to knock, not to disturb, and you went extra mile to make sure we're awake, I mean, that relationship will not start well. You cannot help people by disturbing people, right? Second one is, he said that they acted like a police. These guys wore jackets with the SWAT printed in big letters across the back, similar to police officers. When I didn't answer the door, one of the men pounded in the way police would before the raid. Later, I checked my home security camera and took blurry photos of them hanging around my front steps, and you can see SWAT on the back of the yellow jacket here. Note that in the police world, SWAT stands for Special Weapons and Tactics, but in Dumas roofing world, his SWAT stands for Severe Weather Assessment Team. Cute. And I agree, it's cute. I like the branding. I think it's unique. I don't hate it, but if you're pounding like a police, you know, people might have concern about your message and who you are. Number 3, they violated city soliciting law. I checked with my local police department and there was no record of them obtaining a solicitor permit. Requirements include a copy of a driver license, 2 color photos, $65 for a background check, and $20 for a permit fee. Solicitors are not allowed to knock or ring the doorbell at locations with a no solicitors notice. Many cities have similar ordinances, and that's pretty big deal. Like, you should do your homework and you should check with the city if you have to have a permit. I want to take a break and share Heath Hicks' position. So I reached out to Heath because he's also in Texas, owner of SWAT Roofing, and asked him, Heath, what do you guys do? We're actually going to fly to Heath tomorrow for his training. And he replied right away. He said, we do not knock. There are a lot of other ways to get to that person. We see neighborhoods very differently than most of our approach is very different. Knock and ring. Some doorbells don't work. Some homes are so big they can't hear the knock. So do both. Do not knock. No soliciting sign. So not every company in Texas would knock at not soliciting doors, but few will do for sure. Sam Taggart said, it really depends on the guy to make a decision, and do you have to have a city permit. Adam Bensman has one of the best positions I have seen, and I respect Adam Bensman in his training so much. I want to actually plug him in. I'm going to put video on no soliciting, how to approach roof sales when you see the sign. I'm going to put a link below. But he said that my position is respect the sign. The only time I'll knock no soliciting sign is as a courtesy visit for in progress or upcoming install notice. Why this is important? Because obviously it's very polarizing topic. We have guys like Heath who runs Facebook ads with homeowners slapping him in his face because he did knock and went behind in gated community and knocked at the door and obviously pissed off consumer. I don't understand why roofers have to fight competition. Heath wanted to fight me at the bar when he was drunk. You know, like he fights homeowners. Like this mentality of a roofer fighting someone has to get away. Guys, we can do better. If you see no soliciting sign, think about that person. Think about his life. Think about why that soliciting sign is in place. That person went above and beyond sometimes to make sure this will not happen. And you pretty much go all in to disrespect it. Now, it's your business how to do business. I'm telling you right now, you're taking a huge risk, and sooner or later, something bad can happen. We already have cases, and I'm not talking about one or two, I'm talking about multiples, where door knockers get shot, get punched. We have a door knocker right now with a brain damage because something went wrong inside the house.
He went to knock a door, he was in the house, so he must have had an appointment, I think it was solar. And then something happened and there was a brawl, or like the guy threw him out on his head, like basically a guy landed on his head. They don't know what happened, what triggered it. The guy's in the hospital still with like brain damage. They need to do a surgery. So I know the door-to-door people raised a lot of money for him.
I mean, we're talking about some serious stuff. People don't have tolerance. If you study road rages, like what's road rage? Well, it's someone cut you off on a highway and you're so pissed that you're willing to fight them, destroy their car. Well, imagine coming to their house and literally saying, I don't care about your signs, I don't care about your privacy. SWAT Roofing, in my book, is good player. But because of one story, because of one incident like this, now they have very negative publicity. This story, or stories like this, can actually deliver hundreds of negative reviews because people will literally put you out of business. Do you remember the story where I think it was a dealer who ordered a pizza and they were so rude to the pizza guy, they did not want to give him a tips or something like that. They were very disrespectful.
Hey, open the door before I put my foot in your ass. How's that?
And video got published on the internet. Before you know it, the business had to apologize because their reputation online ruined. People would not buy cars from them. They pretty much were buying cancel culture at its best. Because people will stand up for the homeowner who got violated by the contractor. You know, on this channel, we have shared many stories where a roofing business owner decided to sue a tenant or decided to sue homeowner over review. Those stories never end well for the business. And the last point in this Dallas article is, It's about actually false claims of a license and certifications. Neither exist in the state of Texas. You don't have to be a licensed contractor, but you have volunteer licensing. So if a roofing company tells you they are state licensed and certified, that's a lie. In this case, SWAT on its website repeatedly claims to have both. We're a licensed and certified company, he writes. Well, not a state license, that's for sure. I counted the phrase licensed and certified about 1,000 times on his site. Even after these errors were pointed out to Dumas by me and others as of Thursday, he still had not corrected the wording on his website. Here's the moral of this story. When you piss someone off, they're gonna go above and beyond to make sure they will damage you. I'm talking about negative reviews. I'm talking about literally going through all your websites, all your online presence, and just pointing at mistakes. Like, you don't want any homeowners to declare war with you, because no one is perfect. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. And if someone really start investigating and looking deep, guess what? It will all come up. In the United States, we love our privacy. Our house is our castle, and I think that's the moral of this story. So many roofers don't understand it. We have people who defend their castles, they defend their houses. That's all they have. And you have people who trying to make a living and to chase their dreams. And sometimes those two bubbles should not touch. I do want to know what you guys are thinking about it. Comment below. I will try to answer as many questions as possible. For me personally, I want to take a position that Roofing Insights and my directory business take strong position on this topic. If you're listed on directory, unfortunately, we will have to remove you if we get complaints from the homeowners that you did not respect their privacy. That's the decision that I have to make today. I have to take a side because I work with both homeowners and contractors, and I'm very sensitive to both parties. In this story, for me personally, I side with the homeowner. This SWAT Roofing should not knock at the door the way they did. They should have pulled a permit, and homeowner is in the right. Be careful, guys out there. While it's a polarizing topic, it affects all of us, because if we keep doing what we're doing, they're gonna pass laws against door knocking in general. It only takes 1 or 2 legal cases to make it a law, unfortunately. So I don't want that to happen. So let's not play with the fire. Let's not cross the red line. But if you want to present a case, and if you want to argue and have strong arguments why we should knock doors with no soliciting signs, I want to hear your arguments, and maybe you will help me change my mind. Comment below, give it a like if you like this topic. Vote with likes and dislikes like I asked you earlier. I'll see you guys in the next video.